Metroid Zero Mission wasn't a game I'd planned on playing. I have a memory back in 2004 when my uncle took me and my brother to one of our weekly trips to Blockbuster. Long live Blockbuster Video. He was going to buy a new game for his Game Boy Advance. After looking around the shop, he decided to get the 2002 game Metroid Fusion for £7 British. A good deal. As we got back to his and opened the box, inside was the brand new released Metroid Zero Mission. It was like a gift from a supernatural being, possessing the shop worker at Blockbuster and putting the wrong game into the box. We could have been good citizens and gone back and explained the mistake, but instead, we decided it was best to keep the newer game. As a 13-year-old, I maybe played this game for around 30 minutes, but always found it too difficult. But the memory always stuck with me, and so last week I decided to give it a play. And boy was it an experience. Here's my late review on the Game Boy Advance classic, Metroid Zero Mission. Portraying a story on a Game Boy Advance is no easy feat, and to be honest, it was a little hard to follow. But the main gist of it was that space pirates were trying to get and breed Metroids, which were these horrific octopus-looking sucky things that leached onto people's heads and sucked out their life. A bounty hunter named Samus is employed to kill the Mother Brain and stop the space pirates gaining control of the Metroids. Along the way, Kraid and Ridley, two evil bosses, try to stop Samus from saving the world. That's about it, and to be honest, when you're playing the game, you're not thinking too much about this. More of the next objective and where you need to go to progress. In terms of gameplay, this can best be described as a classic 2D platformer. There are several levels in an open-world map, all linked by elevators or secret passageways. Each room is connected by a door that's either blue, red, green, or yellow, depending on what's needed to open it. As you progress through the game, more and more enemies are introduced, as well as intense heat and lava which damages you on touch. Samus has energy, or health, and this can be upgraded by finding energy canisters hidden around the game. This is required for beating some of the harder bosses, who can take off half your health in one hit. Missiles and bombs can also be found scattered around, which upgrade your inventory and allow you to hold more weapons. As you adventure around some more, you'll find these big alien-looking creatures that are holding onto a shiny ball. These are suit upgrades, and range from somersault attacks to the ability to swim in lava without taking damage. These are needed to complete the game, and finding them can be a real challenge with no help from the map. The only thing that lets you know where to go is a small flashing light, and that only shows every now and then. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? I'm on the upload train and really enjoying making late reviews on classic games. While you're at it, why don't you like the video and comment below a game that you'd like to see me feature in a late review. The game can be very difficult and sometimes a bit frustrating. The actual gameplay is great fun, but just knowing where to go is almost impossible without a walkthrough. I'm ashamed to say that I had to use one more than once, just because I had no idea what I was meant to do next. The bosses were also incredibly difficult. It may have been that I was just underpowered, but some of them seemed to deal so much damage, and you'd have to shoot a very specific spot on the enemy whilst dodging lasers, claws, and other flying obstacles. It's in no way on the same level as a game like Elden Ring or Cuphead, but it's still difficult for the average gamer. It did, however, make completing it all that much more satisfying. One level in particular really stuck in my mind, which is where Samus was now without her protective suit and was trying to escape a planet she'd crashed on. For about 20 minutes you have to navigate through the levels, jumping over lasers and staying out of the view of the space pirates. If you get caught, even just once, even just for a split second, you're then chased by multiple space pirates, and your gun doesn't even kill them. This was excruciating, and I almost gave up on the game. I ended up having to use save states, just so I could quickly reload the game every time I was caught. If I was playing this on the original Game Boy Advance cartridge, well, then that cartridge would be in the bin. It's difficult to talk about music on a Game Boy Advance game. It's full on, it's retro sounding, and playing it with headphones made me feel like my head was going to explode. But that's not to say the music isn't good. Kenji Yamamoto and Minako Himano knew exactly what they were doing to portray panic and eeriness. The alarm music when running away from the space pirates was just as panic-inducing as the drowning music in Sonic the Hedgehog. The weapon sounds worked well, and the bomb explosions sounded as good as they could on a handheld system in 2004. Maybe if they ever remake this, they could upgrade to orchestral scores so that the soundtrack could be fully appreciated. Metroid Zero Mission was a great game to play, but I feel that the limitations created due to the game being built for the Game Boy Advance made this game a lot more difficult than it should have been. A reworked map system which shows objectives would have made this all the more enjoyable. But that isn't to take away from how good the game was. It was short and sweet at just 4 hours, but that was perfect for me. It's a solid 8 out of 10, and for anyone hankering for a casual side-scrolling shooter but not afraid of a challenge, then this is the game for you. So thank you for watching this late review on Metroid Zero Mission. Let me know what you think of the game down below in the comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, why don't you check out this one as well? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.